Welcome to a special edition of The Taylor Show, coming to you from Taylor, Texas. Homecoming. For those ducks that have ventured out, it's a time to migrate back to their old stomping grounds. For those that never left the flock, however, it's just another Friday in Taylor, Texas. To provide full coverage, we'll talk to three ducks that have attended three different Taylor high schools. Was that you say? Taylor has only one high school? Well, like good old Doc Brown would say, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally. Let's start our journey through time with Pat Helbert, who attended the Taylor High School found on 7th Street, now called Old Taylor High. Ryan's already there, so let's see what they're talking about.
1923.
1923.
1923.
Yeah, that's not when you graduated.
Close. And my class was the last class to graduate out of this building in 1969.
Right, so you were the last senior class here.
Last senior class here.
1969.
They wanted us to go to the new old high school to graduate, but we didn't want to because we went to this school.
Yeah, you started off your high school here, you wanted to finish it here.
Ted Johnson was our superintendent.
Wow.
And Howard Oliphant was our principal, and they were both in these offices.
And do you remember anything about how this was all
I remember everything.
Was your locker down here?
I don't know about my locker because I never went to it.
Oh, okay.
Because you couldn't get it. We just carry our books. We didn't have backpacks. We just carried our books. But you can also leave for lunch. So, you take your books to the car, or I live 2 blocks away. I could take them home for the morning and then come back in the afternoon. Yeah, it was great. But I do remember a lot. The first door when you came in over there was Coach Short. I'm sure everybody's familiar with Coach Short. He brought track into Taylor, Texas, and made it known, especially the Cotton Bowl relays. And then the next room was Naomi Posman's room. And I didn't have her for an English teacher, but I wasn't lucky enough, but she was my cheerleading sponsor.
Oh, nice. It's interesting to hear all these kind of legendary Taylor names. It's actual people. Like T.H. Johnson and Naomi Posman. Now we just know them as schools. But,
I know. Isn't that crazy? I was also in band, and our band hall was over where the restaurant is in the annex building. Yes. And that was junior high school for us.
Okay.
And the 7th and 8th grade was over there, and then Plowman's was the band hall, and that was our high school band hall. And on Friday nights, game night in Taylor, we would march from the band hall to the football field, Memorial Field.
Oh, nice.
And it made a big impression when we marched.
People come watch?
Oh, yeah. We might take a different road down, but we'd always come in the back side of the field and then march around the field.
Oh, wow.
And, it really sent chills down.
Yes.
It was fun.
It's because when they used to play here, my grandma, Suzanne Morris, she lives a block over.
Time marches on, and so does Taylor Schools. We'll now head to the next Taylor High School, which now serves as Main Street Intermediate, among a few other things.
Yeah, so I'm a graduate. My name's Kel Taylor. I'm a graduate of the classic Taylor High School here on Main Street on the north end of town here. Don't say north side because that's another school. We're on the north end of town, and graduated from here in that their old turn of the century around. And I gotta tell you, this to me is still Taylor High School. If you say Taylor High School, this is the place I think about. What do you call this one? You got the old one, you got the new one. What's this one? All right, to me, here's what it is. It's the classic Taylor High. You got the old Taylor High, you got classic Taylor High, and you got the new Taylor High. So that's what I'm gonna call it. So yeah, I had some fun times here. We, one time, I remember a senior prank. Now, I was not involved, but they actually got some ducks, herded up some ducks, and brought them in and put them in the student center. Isn't that crazy? Actually, a herd of ducks in the student center, and I gotta tell you, it was a mess, because I don't know if you know it, but ducks poop, and it ain't too, and it might make good fertilizer, I don't know, but it did not make good floor wax, I gotta tell you that. So that was probably a poor plan.
That'll bring us to the current Taylor High, located off the Loop. Ryan interviews Luke Schneider, his brother, current Taylor High School student and football player, to find out what current students think about the town and school.
You've lived in Taylor all your life, born and raised here, lots of time here. Try to describe Taylor in 2 sentences.
Really good town that cares for everybody. You know, everybody's there to help for you, and if something goes wrong, like I said, they're always there for you, and we rely on each other because it's a good town.
That is the one thing I've noticed also growing up here, especially during the ice storm. You would see people pulling over on the side of the road to help some of these little cars out that got stuck. Real close-knit town. So what's it like? What's your high school experience been like thus far here at Taylor High School?
You know, it's been great, even though we've gone through some tough times with COVID and everything, having to go virtual, but since we have lots of great teachers here, they're really helping, and lots of great students and kids that, you know, are friendly, and great principals and everything.
So with homecoming coming up today or tomorrow, what are you most excited about? You most excited about the football game, about seeing all these Ducks come back to Taylor, or the homecoming dance?
Oh, the football game for sure. I mean, you know, we keep raising the bar, trying to set a standard here that there's a new Taylor. You know, we're Taylor Tough now, and of course it's great to see all the fans come help us. That's what really helps us get, you know, us going on the field. It's all about the spirit and everybody else.
I think the spirit of Taylor is on a strong revival right now post-COVID, and the football team is helping deliver that. So we thank you for doing this interview, and happy homecoming.